Happy Valentine's Day from beautiful Greenville, Tennessee. Today we are wrapping up the first half of a doubleheader between the Converse Valkyries and your Tusculum Pioneers. First game was halted due to rain delay. Umpires and coaches got together in the top of the fourth and decided to call the game off and postpone it. And today we are here to finish up that game. In the first 3 innings of that game, we had a pitcher's duel between Ivy Richardson of the Pioneers and Marissa Martin of the Valkyries. Each team had 1 hit through 3 innings. Taylor Johnson had a double for the Pioneers in the bottom of the second, and Jenna Barrow of Converse had a single in the top of the third. Marissa Martin of Converse retired the first 4 batters she faced before she allowed a double to Taylor Johnson with 1 out in the third. With 2 outs, Emma Casey and Morgan Mahaffey worked back-to-back doubles to load the bases, but Martin escaped the jam as Johnson was thrown out at the plate while trying to score on a wild pitch. Tusculum starter Ivy Richardson set down the first 7 batters before allowing a 1-out single to Barrow in the third. An error by the Pioneers put runners at first and second with 1 out, but Richardson retired the next 2 batters on ground balls. And that is here we are today.
Resuming her at bat with a count of 2 balls and 1 strike for Converse, designated player Destiny Hurd.
And now we have Destiny Hurd up for the Valkyries here. Resuming her count of 2 balls and 1 strike that we had on the 10th of February. Destiny Hurd 0 for 1 so far in this game with 1 strikeout by Ivy Richardson as she pads the dirt with her hand, and we will get started in the top of the 4th with Tusculum softball. First pitch strike there by Richardson to start off the day. Destiny Hurd, a transfer from Ancilla College, a junior for the Valkyries. One of their best hitters so far this season. Hits a foul ball towards her bench. 2-2 count here for Hurd, as Richardson looks to take down the first batter of the 4th inning. Two count. Here's the pitch. Got a slow grounder right up to Richardson, and that is a routine out for the Pioneers. First out of the game.
Third baseman Allison Plopkin.
First out of the day there for the Pioneers. As the Valkyries, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Up number 15, Allison Plopkin. Got a slow grounder right up to Richardson, and that is a routine out for the Pioneers. First out of the game. Carolinas. Plopkin 0 for 1 so far in this game, and that's way outside there for Richardson. That's a ball. Now 1-1 count here for Plopkin. Plavkin, a three-time all-conference player in high school in Tusculum High School in Maggieville, North Carolina. Also two-time all-district and also two-time West Northern Carolina. As she takes another strike there, 1-2 count. Teammates cheering her on. Richardson focuses in. Looks to take down another batter. That's another grounder up to Richardson. That's another routine out there for the Pioneers. Two up, two down so far in the top of this fourth. As Haley Spittler now is up for the Valkyries. Here's the pitch here from Richardson. First pitch strike from Richardson. Ivy Richardson only appeared in 4 games last year with a 1-0 record with 4 strikeouts and 4 walks. That's outside there for a ball by Richardson. One of the stark contrasts that you will see in baseball and softball is the energy by the benches. Baseball, more of a gentleman's game. They want them to be quiet, focusing on the play. Softball, they want them full of energy, cheering on their teammates from the bench. Catcher McCasey switches out the balls there as he gets a 2-1 count. It's the pitch by Richardson. Foul ball by Spittler. Two count here for Spittler. Richardson looking to take the Pioneers out the inning. Another foul ball by Spittler. She's staying alive here. Spittler 0 for 1 so far in this game. Looking to stay alive here with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball by Spittler. That's 3 straight. She tries to get the second hit of the game for the Valkyries so far. And there's a high pitch there as we have a full count now for Spittler. Full count here, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Ivy Richardson's first bit of a jam so far in this continuation of the first game of the doubleheader here against Converse. Here's the pitch. She grounds out the west. She bobbles it, and that will be an on base there for Spittler. Looked to be another routine ground ball there by the Pioneers, but Sammy West bobbles the ball, and that'll be a hit for Spittler. She gets on base with 2 outs for the Valkyries. And now here is Now here's Gabriel Cuevas with 2 outs here for the Valkyries. One on count. Here's the pitch by Richardson. Here's a ground ball to Taylor Johnson, and that'll take the Pioneers out the inning. First inning back of this continuation of the Game 1 versus Converse. Heading into the bottom of the 4th, you're watching softball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingles, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Welcome back to softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. We're in the bottom of the 4th, and we have Alexis Grant, number 44, now up to bat for the Pioneers here. She hits a foul ball down first base line. Grant going against Marissa Martin on the mound here for the Valkyries. Martin only gave up 1 hit so far in this game. That hit was to Taylor Johnson. Here was to Taylor Johnson in the bottom of the 2nd. Then the bases were loaded in the 2nd. She got out of that jam. Now here's the pitch by Martin once again. Now it's a 1-1 count. Alexis Grant, another one of these newcomers here for the Pioneers, transferred from Chipola College. And that's a strike there, 1-2 count for Grant. Transfer from Chipola College. Grant was a 2nd team NJCAA All-American, 1st team All-Region, 1st team NFCA All-American, also 1st team All-Region NJCAA as she strikes out there. And that is the first out of this 4th inning for the Valkyries.
First baseman Emily Hester.
And here comes the senior leader for the Pioneers to the plate, Emily Hester. That's a foul ball coming towards us in the box here. As the bench cheers on Emily Hester, one of their senior leaders, 5th in Tusculum history with 16 home runs. 5th in Tusculum history with 799 putouts there at first base. Hester has manned that first base since she has stepped on campus here in Greenville, and she will go down as one of the best to hit the dirt for the Pioneers. It's a pitch by Martin, another foul ball by Hester, 1-2 count. One thing I loved about coming up here as a student and fan was always to hear the cheers from the bench. Now I get to talk about how I hear them on the mic here, as there is another foul ball by Hester. One-two count for Emily Hester as she stays alive here. Looking to get the second hit of the game for the Pioneers. Ooh, and what a ball that was by Martin as she gets another strikeout. That is 2 outs for the Valkyries.
Third baseman Taylor Johnson.
Now here is the junior third baseman Taylor Johnson here for the Pioneers, leading them in hits so far with 7 on the season. And she'll take that first call strike. Taylor Johnson already making her mark on Tusculum history, 7th in Tusculum history with 12 home runs as she takes a strike 2, 0-2 count for Johnson here. Marissa Martin looking to strike out the side. Ball inside. Little too inside. That'll be a ball. As the ref gives a warning to Martin. One-two count here for Johnson. Only Pioneer to get a hit in this game so far. Let's see if she'll get another one. And that will be 3 straight strikeouts for Marissa Martin as we go into the top of the 5th. You are watching softball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Welcome back to softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Top of the 5th here as Ivy Richardson comes back to the mound for the Pioneers, as she faces Meredith Quarles of the Valkyries. Another ground out to Richardson. That is the first out of the 5th inning for the Pioneers.
First baseman Jenna Barrow.
Here comes Jenna Barrow, the only Valkyrie to get a hit so far in this game. Jenna Barrow, the third baseman out of Lafayette, Colorado. First ball strike there by Richardson. Richardson surveying the plate. Here's the pitch. That would be a ball there. 1-1 count there for Barrow. Valkyries are 1-5 on the season. Their lone win came from Brno University, beat them 7-5. Also lost to Francis Marion, and their recent sweep was against Carson Newman, where they lost 8-0 and also 6-1. As Barrow would take a swinging strike there to make it a 1-2 count. One-two count here, 1 out so far for the Pioneers in the top of the 5th. Richardson looking to take Barrow out, and she will get another strikeout.
Left fielder Mariah Gomez.
Mariah Gomez now at the plate for the Valkyries. Mariah Gomez, the left fielder out of Boiling Springs, Colorado, now shoulder bunt, takes the first call strike. Gomez faced off against the Pioneers last season, going 0-2 in both games. That's another call strike there for Richardson. 0-2 count there. 2 outs, looking to take the Pioneers out of the inning once again. Gomez showing bunt once again. Is she going to actually do it? Nope. Touches the plate, end of the inning. Going to the bottom of the 5th, Pioneers will look to score in this inning. You are watching softball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
From the fifth inning for the Pioneers, designated player.
Welcome back to softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Still no score here in the bottom of the fifth as we have Anna Alloway now at the plate for the Pioneers here. Alloway swings at the first pitch, and it goes foul behind the plate. Alloway saw a lot of action for the Pioneers last season, primarily at designated player. Had 13 doubles, which was 12th in the SAC, 7 home runs, which is 14th in the SAC, and had a slugging percentage of .578, which was 19th in the SAC. 1-1 count for Alloway here in the box. It's Martin deals. Very close and inside there for Alloway, 2-1 count. Should not be surprised at how well Marissa Martin's playing so far, as she was another Conference Carolina player to watch for the Valkyries this season. That's another foul ball for Alloway, 2-2 count. Martin also pitched against the Pioneers last year, but it came at a loss, pitching 5 innings and allowing 8 hits, 4 runs scored, and 3 of them earned. And Alloway would be hit by pitch. And the plate umpire will give a warning to Martin. And now Courtney Gibson will come in to pinch run for Alloway.
Running at first base for the Pioneers is number 10, Courtney Gibson. Now batting catcher, Emma Casey.
And now at the plate was your team MVP of 2018 catcher, Emma Casey. And she takes a first call strike. Emma Casey, the sophomore out of Mechanicsville, Virginia, batted .315 last year with 2 home runs and 19 RBIs with 6 sack bunts, which was 18th in the conference. As she bunts, and she will be out as Gibson moves on to second.
Center fielder, Morgan Mahaffey.
And now here's the senior center fielder, Morgan Mahaffey, now at the plate, looking to send Gibson home here. And that's her first call strike by Martin here, who's been getting those all game long. Mahaffey has been contributing since she stepped foot on the Pioneer campus, having a .980 fielding percentage over her career, which is 9th in Tusculum history. And she'll pop up out there, and Gibson will go on a wild throw there by right field, and she will be safe. Right fielder Courtney Walls caught the out, threw the ball all the way to third, but it was wide, and now Gibson will advance.
Grayson Brown.
Here I go, here I go, here I go. What?
Now pitch hitting for second baseman Brittany France is another JUCO transfer in Grayson Brown. Brown will take that first ball, which was aimed at her feet. Now Martin will deal. That's a foul by Grayson Brown. Brown with good production as she came out of Cleveland State. Batted .313 with 5 home runs and 29 RBIs. Two-one count here with 2 outs. As Brown's looking to drive Gibson home. Another strike there by Martin, 2-2 count. Martin looking to get one more strikeout today. Here's the pitch, which will go foul down the third base line. Two count here. As Grayson Brown steps back in the box. As Martin deals. High, full count for Brown. Pioneers with the chair of base hit or ball 4, which are their only options right now. Brown hits it deep center field, and that'll retire the side. Still no scores. We're heading to the top of the 6th. You're watching softball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Welcome back to softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Top of the 6th, still no score. Only 3 hits total in this game.
Bases number 13, Brittany France. Leading up top of the 6th inning for Converse, shortstop Brooklyn McElrath.
Now at the plate for the Valkyries is Brooklyn McElrath, the 3rd player to watch for the Valkyries named by the Conference Carolinas. She will hit a foul towards third base. Ivy Richardson gets the signal from Emma Casey, and the pitch. Good ball there by Richardson. 0-2 count for McElrath. Richardson with 3 strikeouts, looking to get a 4th one here. That'll be a pop-up, and it will go foul. Oh, 2 count here for McElrath as she stays alive against Richardson here. Is having a pretty good game so far, only allowing 2 hits in these 5 innings with 3 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball for McElrath as she stays alive. McElrath, a big Braves fan, says her favorite athletes are Ozzie Albies and Dansby Swanson. It's the 0-2 count as Richardson deals. That will be McElrath's first ball of this at-bat. Richardson with the pitch. Another foul ball by McElrath, staying alive in this at-bat. One-two count here for the former volleyball player out of Loudon High School in Philadelphia, Tennessee. There's a ground ball. Here's Sammy West. Can she recover from that last error? And Hester cannot come up with it, and that is a hit for Brooklyn McElrath.
Pitcher Marissa Martin. That'll be an error there for Emily Hester. She cannot come up with the ball there by Sammy West. As Brooklyn McElrath gets on base, and now we have the pitcher, Marissa Martin, at the plate.
Martin shows bunt there, and McElrath has to get back to first. Marissa Martin is one of those pitchers that you can leave in the game as a batter. Third on Converse last year with 28 hits. Here's the pitch. Too high for a bunt, called ball. Here's the pitch by Richardson. And that's a foul ball going through Casey's legs. Marissa Martin trying to be more successful at the plate today than she was last year against the Pioneers. 0 for 2 in both games. Went to count for Martin here. She shows and hits a foul ball. One two count here with no outs. Runner on first as the Valkyries look to get some offense going here. Looking for their third hit of the game from Marissa Martin. Richardson deals, and that's a successful bunt there by Martin. And she will be safe.
Designated player Destiny Hurd.
Runners on first and second for the Valkyries, just in time for Destiny Hurd to send them home from the plate. There's a ground ball by Hurd. West gets it to first, and that'll be an out. Runners on second and third now for the Valkyries with 1 out to go. And Allison Plafkin at the plate.
Third baseman Allison Plafkin.
Pioneers encouraging their teammates from the bench here. A ground ball here could mean a run for the Valkyries here unless the Pioneers get a strikeout or make a play at the plate. There's a ground ball by West. She goes home, looks home, doesn't go there. He gets Hester at first, and that will be the first run of the game for the Valkyries as McElrath slides home.
Center fielder Haley Spittler.
And there is a pop out by Haley Spittler as the Valkyries now get on the board going to the bottom of the sixth. 1-0 Valkyries on top. You're watching softball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer.
Welcome back to softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Converse up 1-0 over the Pioneers right now as we have Taylor Battle now at the plate, the senior out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, as she bunts and tries to get down the first base line, and she will be safe. Pioneers look for some quick offense as Sammy West now comes to the plate.
Shortstop, Sammy West.
Sammy West now at the plate, now the junior out of Maiden, North Carolina. And Battle looked like she was going to take second, goes back to first. Wild pitch, thought about it, stays at first. Sammy West 0 for 1 so far in this game with a walk. And looks to bunt now with an 0-2 count. As Martin and Crows have a meeting at the mound. 0-2 count here as West is at the plate. Looking to send Battle to second. She will take a ball there. West looking to produce better than she did against Converse last season. 0 for 3 in the first game with a walk and a stolen base. 1 for 3 in the second game with 3 runs scored, a walk, and another stolen base as she will strike out for the first out in this half inning.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression.
0 for 2 so far with a strikeout in this contest. As Battle will look to take second, and she does. Oh, 1 count for Grant now with Battle in scoring position. She will pop that pitch up in foul play. Taylor Battle, no stranger to stolen bases. 50 stolen bases, and she is third in Tusculum history. And that'll be another ball by Martin. 1-2 count for Grant, who would like to be a softball coach after her playing career. Here's the pitch by Martin. Low ball. Grant swings, misses, tries to get first, and she'll get it. And now we will have runners at the corners for the Pioneers, 1 out, and Emily Hester at the plate.
First baseman Emily Hester.
Bottom of the 6th, runners at the corners, 1 out for Emily Hester here at the plate. As Grant will take second place, and now Pioneers will have both runners in scoring position. Another ball by Martin. And Hester will get the bunt down. And batter will be safe at home plate for the first run of the day for the Pioneers. Great bunt by Emily Hester right down the third base line as Battle comes sliding in the home. Quarles cannot get the ball. And that will be a run for the Pioneers as Emily White comes to pinch run for Emily Hester.
Pinch running at first base for the Pioneers is number 12, Emily White. Now batting third baseman Taylor Johnson.
Runners at the corners again for the Pioneers with 1 out to go in the bottom of the 6th, with Taylor Johnson now at the plate. Marissa Martin looking to get out of the jam here, as Emily White will look to steal second, and Alexis Grant will steal home, and White will still take second for a great base running play there by the Pioneers. Pioneers now take the lead 2-1 over the Valkyries with some crafty mind games on the base running right there. It's the pitch for Martin. A little inside, 1-1 count for T.J. Taylor Johnson. And that'll be a hit in the right field for Taylor Johnson as she goes to second. White will come home. Johnson will keep going to third. And she will slide in there as the pitch goes wild. And Johnson is going for an inside the park homer. She will not get it. Johnson will argue that the third baseman was in her path as the referees will talk. Head coach Jen George will now state her case with the ref, and she does not agree with the call, as Taylor Johnson will be counted for a triple there, as she tried to come home, but she had to push the third baseman out of her way, and now Tori West will come in the pinch run.
Running at third base for the Pioneers is number 26, Tori West. Re-entering, designated player, Anna Alloway.
That'll be a 2-0 count for Anna Alloway at the plate here. Tori West pinch running for Taylor Johnson, who gets a triple. For the base hit, she hit to right field. First strike there for Alloway, 2-1 count with 1 out. Runner on third. Two and count for Alloway as Martin pitches. That'll be a pop-up, and will they get it? That'll be an out for the Valkyries. 2 outs now, as Cuevas will catch the fly out right next to first base. Now here comes Emma Casey at the plate for the Pioneers.
Catcher Emma Casey.
Emma Casey now with an 0-1 count. Looking to send Tori West home with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Pioneers with 3 runs in this half inning. As they pop up by Casey right behind first base, and Cuevas will get the 3rd out for the Valkyries. What a run that was by the Pioneers in that half inning. 3 runs as they take a 3-1 lead over the Valkyries going into the top of the 7th. You're watching softball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family.
Defensively for Tusculum, number 21, Emily Hester re-enters at first base, and number 20, Taylor Johnson re-enters at third base. Leading off the top of the seventh inning for Converse, second baseman Gabriel Cuevas.
Welcome back to softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. And that'll be a fly out there by Cuevas to center field, Morgan Mahaffey. Pioneers up 3-1 in the top of the seventh, looking to close it out. 2 outs to go. Ivy Richardson working to close out this complete game with 2 outs to go. A matter of Quarles with the grounder to Sammy West, and that'll be 2 outs for the Pioneers.
First baseman Jenna Barrow.
Two outs here for the Pioneers as Jenna Barrow comes up to the plate for the Valkyries. Their potential last hope. Low ball there by Richardson as she gets a 1-0 count. Valkyries bench chinning Barrow on as they look to continue this game. She fouls out to the right. One count here, 2 outs for Jenna Barrow of the Valkyries. Richardson gets the call, and here's the pitch. High and outside, that'll be ball 2. On top of being 4-time All-County All-District at Loudon High School, Ivy Richardson was also an All-County volleyball player. 2-1 count, here's the pitch. Fouls out to right, now 2-2. Two count, 2 outs here for Jenna Barrow. Ivy Richardson looking to close out this game. Here's the deal from Richardson. Another foul ball for Barrow, staying alive. Jenna Barr, one of 3 Valkyries with a hit this game, along with Marissa Martin and Haley Spittler. Still a 2-2 count for Barrow as Richardson gets the pitch. And there is the strikeout by Richardson, and that will be your game. Final score here, 3-1 Pioneers over the Valkyries in this first game of the doubleheader, finishing out these last 3 innings with style. Pioneers going a 3-run rally in the bottom of the 6th. Ivory Richardson closes out the game with 3 strikeouts and a complete game, having faced 25 batters. Great game all around by the Pioneers here. Taylor Johnson 2 for 3 with a double and a triple and 1 RBI. Emily Hester over 2, but also with an RBI. Great all-around team game by the Pioneers here. Doubleheader will be coming in about 30 minutes. Thank you for watching Softball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Hope you come back soon.